Alright, people. So, today it is time for the part 2. Alright, now, I'm sorry for the microphone issues in the last video. It was really fucking loud, I could tell when I was looking back at it, and I don't exactly know how to turn down the volume on it, but I'm just sorry, because I could tell it was really loud there at the beginning, and it went on and off, sort of, so but that's because I don't really have a dedicated mic for this type of shit, you know? But today I will be making the part 2 to my first tier list. This is what it looks like right now. This is from the first video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'm gonna put this in the end card of yesterday's video. Well, maybe earlier today's video. I'm not sure yet when I'm gonna upload this, but and then I'll put the first one right here, and I'll also put it at the end of this video so that you guys and girls, will be able to check it out. And so I'm sorry for making two long videos in short amount of time. I just sort of like making these more. So yeah, but let's get started with Frost. She isn't really necessarily the most viable character. She has a lot of use in certain playstyles if you're campy and all that other stuff, but she has really good weapons as well. But she is not the best in her role of a camper sort of thing, because Kapkan's better than her. Pulse is better than her sometimes. But I'll put her at the top of bad tier because she's not horrible or bad, but she doesn't deserve to be an average because there's just really no point in taking her over Kapkan. Kapkan has so many better options and shit that there's just really no point in taking Frost. But then we get to Blackbeard, who is also season 1, year 1, I think year 1, yeah, operator, but I'm going to put him at the bottom of bad because he's pretty bad, to be completely honest. His two face shields are pretty dog shit. He has powerful weapons, but since they nerfed him so long ago that he's just not viable anymore, and he isn't able to be used well in most situations. So I'll put him in bad. Valkyrie's sort of in the same boat. She can't throw cameras outside anymore. She can't do any of that shit. So, to be honest, she probably should be in horrible, but I'm keeping her in bad just because she does have some viability. Sometimes. But next we go to Capitao, who I'm gonna actually put in good, along with Caveira. They both have really different uses, but they're both really good in the way that Caveira is really stealthy on defense, and she has a lot of good gadgets and, well, weapons and stuff to be able to support her playstyle, and her extra ability of that the silent step, and also her being able to have the interrogation is such a good use and such powerful abilities that she definitely deserves to be in good. She maybe could get to the top of good tier or even super good if they buffed her, but they might end up nerfing her because she is really powerful in certain situations. Echo, I'm actually going to put in horrible. He doesn't have a lot of really good weapons. He doesn't really have much use at all. His drone's super loud, and it's actually pretty easy to see. So, yeah, probably horrible. Then we have probably the worst hard breacher, in my opinion. She'll still go at the top of bad tier. Like, she's not that bad, but she definitely is not the best at her job. Thermite definitely does it better than she does, but she does have some use to where she's got pretty good, pretty decent weapons, and she's got that assault, that machine gun pistol sidearm, which really does help her out a lot. But for the most part, she's actually not that good. So I'm definitely not going to be able to put her higher than bad tier. Then we got Jackal. Um, Jackal is sort of in the same place as Thatcher would be because he doesn't really have a lot of use because he gets banned so much. He gets banned, then you can't use him, and when he's not banned, he's not necessarily always the best choice, but he's really good at what he does. So I guess I'll put him. I'll put him above Thatcher actually because he gets banned less than Thatcher does, and he does get used quite a bit more than Thatcher does, I believe. But I do actually prefer playing Jackal over Thatcher just because of the fact that Jackal just has better weapons. He has his ability is so powerful because you almost always know where someone's at. Then you also have his secondary and his secondary gadgets, which he's just so good that I'm actually gonna put him in super good because Thatcher, fuck, I can't speak, dude. But Thatcher would probably be in super good as well. But the only reason he's not is because he gets banned so much more than Jackal does that you can't you can't actually put Thatcher and Jackal in the same tier because Thatcher mains are probably when you actually get to play Thatcher, he's possibly the best operator in the whole entire game. If I'm being completely honest, just because of his complete use and just everything, he counters everyone. His guns are so much powerful, so powerful, not so much. But he isn't always available. Like he's almost always banned, or he's just almost always not usable. So I'll put Thatcher in good and Jackal in super good because Jackal's just a better overall character. Um, Mira's gonna go at the bottom of horrible. Speaking of that, I'm gonna put Echo. Well, I'm gonna put Thorn at the bottom of horrible because I don't have Thorn, so I can't judge her. But Mira's gonna go at the actual bottom of horrible because when you play Mira, she doesn't get banned as much anymore, but her glass is able to be broken. They have to get close to your glass to break it. So if you have a good strategy, then sure, it's impossible to break. But still, if it's broken, then you can't use it again. And it becomes completely useless and unviable. So, personally, I find there being no point in playing Moira. Not Moira, fucking. Mira, because she's just basically useless when her glass is broken, and it gets broken so easily that there's just no point in putting her higher than horrible. Um, then we got Ying. I'll put her in average. She's got a lot of use in being a fragger and also a team attacker, but when she's not necessarily the best for either because when she frags, I mean, there's flashbangs, which she's just basically a better flashbang, but still, using a whole entire gadget just to have a basically just a flashbang that lasts longer and is slightly better is not really worth it, in my opinion. But her guns definitely make up for it. So, because she's got a lot of killing potential because of her guns and her ability to tether, she's definitely got a lot of killing possibility. So I'll actually just put her at I'll put her at I'll put her at average, like the middle of the road of average. Um, let's go Ella. She's got so Ella is one of those weird cases where if you know how to play her, she's amazing. Possibly one of the best operators in the game. But if you don't know how to play her, holy shit, it is impossible. Because she has so much recoil and her ability requires so much thought process and shit that if you know how to play her, she can be super good. But if you don't know how to play her, she can be absolutely dog shit. So I'm gonna put her at the top of good because she'd probably be at super good right now. But if you don't know how to play her, you're completely fucked. Because you have to be able to handle recoil with both of her guns. Then you also have to be able to place her gadget properly. So I feel that it requires too much skill for just anyone to be able to pick up Ella and be good. But if you know how to play her, then fuck it, yeah, you'd probably then yeah, she could probably be top tier for anyone who does know how to play her, but I know how to play her and I'm pretty shit at the game, so I wouldn't be able to put her at top tier either way, but if you know how to play her, then yes, she is definitely a top tier character. But you could also say that with certain other characters. But with Ella, it's a lot different. But I'm still gonna put her at good because she's still good no matter what. But she just has so many problems that it's hard to make up for that if you're a brand new player. Then we got poor Zofia. So Zofia is sort of like a mix of Ash and Ying ability wise, because she can do both of the things that they can do. Ash and Ella, because she's got a grenade launcher that launches Ella grenades basically and uses their ability, but she also has an Ash version of that. So ability wise, she would be like right here, which I'm gonna put her there. But her secondary ability and then her secondary gadgets, as well as her secondary ability, which is just her last stand, it's now used in the Rook armor. So, and I'm pretty sure I heard that everyone gets that last stand ability. I don't know where from I heard that. I don't remember, but I heard that. And if that's not true, then yeah, she'd probably be in super good, but without really any secondary ability, she's not really able to be put in super good. And she's a 2-speed 2 armor, so yeah. Do with say with that what you want. Then we're on to Dokkaebi. I'm gonna put her in bad. She's like not really a good attacker necessarily. Like her guns are powerful, her ability is powerful, but if you play her wrong, then you're basically fucked. Because if you get stuck in that animation where you're calling all their phones and shit, then you're dead. And if your teammates can't use sound or aren't able to hear sound very well and stuff and depict where that's at, then she's a useless character. So she's a very niche character just in general. She's got some of the most OP guns in the game, if I'm being completely honest. But in my opinion, most people aren't able to use her right, so you can't really put her at any higher than bad tier. Like if someone knew how to play her perfectly, then they'd probably be able to put her at top of good tier, if not super good. But in my opinion, she really isn't nothing special. Like she's an intel operator basically, and that's all she's got. Then Vigil, he's basically just a worse Caveira. He's got better guns, better primary weapons. His V25 auto secondary is close to Louisian, but the Louisian is better. And he's just basically a tech Caveira. He's completely invisible to drones and cameras that are like cameras that are hacked by Dokkaebi. And really any tech he doesn't get detected by. So that's what he's really good for, and he's good for setting up and stuff. He's basically just a different Caveira. So I'll actually put him like right by her. I'm gonna put him still lower than her because Caveira is better, definitely, but he's like right by her in like everything else wise. Then we got Finka. Finka's a weird case because she's got she's got Caveira, not Caveira, fuck. She's got Doc's ability to revive teammates and heal them, and she heals all of her teammates at once. But it's not a forever heal. Like, it only lasts a certain time. But if you use it right, then you will be able to clear your house, basically. So, I'll put her above Ella, but below Zofia. And same will go with Lion, because he's the best intel. Actually, I'm gonna put him up here above Jackal because, in my opinion, he's the best intel operator on offense, on attack. He easily gains info about where everyone on the other team, is at. He knows exactly where they all are, and he also is able to completely take out a whole entire team all on his own just from the information that he gains. And he's able to have really good weapons along with the best information ability in the game. So definitely super good tier. Then Alibi. I'm gonna actually put her at the top of Horrible because not a lot of people, except for new people, fall for her holograms. Unless you have them behind a deployable cover, not a lot of people are going to be able to fall for it. And they don't even match the same things, like the same gear and stuff that you're wearing as the actual character. So, in my opinion, she's pretty shit. Same with Maestro. He's in the same pact as Mira because if his camera gets broken, then he can't see at all, and his ability's useless, and so is he basically because that's all he's good for. He has good weapons, but without his camera turret, he's basically useless. Then we got Clash. Possibly one of the most OP characters in the game. Her shield is able to completely stop any damage, and it deals damage itself over time. She has amazing secondaries, but she always gets banned. So I'm gonna put her at good. If you're a fucking Clash main, then fuck off. Seriously. You're a dog shit player and you have no skill at all. So she's really OP, possibly the best character in the game, but she's always banned, so there's no point in putting her better than good tier. And then we got Maverick, another hard breacher. I'm gonna actually put him in good tier because while he's not that amazing, he's able to take out walls very well, like reinforced walls and stuff. His guns are amazing. he doesn't have frags anymore, so he's not able to be good with that. But he's got a lot of good uses and a lot of good like technical abilities and stuff to where you can use him a lot and he'll be able to be really good. So definitely good tier. I wouldn't be able to put him in super good tier average because he's just not either of those. But then we get on to Cade. He's a worse bandit basically. He's got the same ability as bandit to where he shocks walls and he shocks electrical stuff. But he also is not he doesn't have the OP weapons like bandit does. And he doesn't have a nitro cell, I don't believe. So he's not really able to be put in good or super good, but he's definitely not a bad character. So he's definitely average, definitely middle of the pack. And then we go on to Gridlock. Gridlock is the 3 armor 1 speed, I think. She throws the 1 tire things and which do slight damage. They completely slow down defenders, and they're a really good area control gadget, but they're really, really easily to break. So she's definitely not a horrible character, but a lot of the time she isn't really able to be used efficiently, and her guns aren't anything special either, so there's really no point in putting her in average. Then we get Tamazi, and I'm just going to put Aroni in here because I don't use her at all, because I don't own her. So, yeah. But then we get Tamazi, and this girl, I don't even know what her name is. But then we get to Mozzie. Mozzie is something. He's a really good fragger. He's really good with information. And he's got a lot of good things about him. He's got a nitro cell as well. And he's just really good. So I'm going to put him actually at, good tier. Because I don't think he's good enough to be put in super good. But he's definitely got everything on his side, basically. Then we go to Nook. I use her a lot, but if I'm being completely honest, she isn't really that good. And same with Warden. I use them both a lot, but they don't have enough abilities and things on their side to where they are able to be better than good tier. Average tier, sorry. But they aren't bad by any means. They have a lot of stuff that's good for them, but they're just so middle of the pack that there's no point in putting them above average tier. Aroni is worse than Gridlock, but better than Hibana and the rest of bad tier. She's got good weapons. She's got a decent ability, but she's just not able to be used. Like, her ability isn't really anything special. It's a grappling hook. What a surprise. But it's not usable, really. Like, you can go into any window you want that has a barrier or is open that you can actually go into, and she can go onto rooftops or higher up doors or ledges and stuff. But she just isn't really that good. Same with Goyo. He's just got the fire deployable shield, and it's not really that good because it can be really well used by other players, and even if your teammates use it, it can be fucked up so badly that your whole entire team could lose because of one Goyo shield. And so, in my opinion, He is just bad. Well, I'm gonna put him in horrible. Jaeger does his job better. Jaeger is better, and well, my really can't compare. Callie, average. And for the same reason as Warden and Nook. She's not really special like Nook. Nook is basically just a vigil. Nook is basically just vigil for attack, and Callie is basically just a glass knockoff with an actual sniper rifle. Like when it's a game of headshots and there's a two-shot weapon, but there's DMRs that are two-shot as well, then there's really no point to have a DMR. Well, a sniper rifle, because every gun one-shot headshots, and every gun can kill you really quickly. Most of them can, at least. And a lot of the DMRs can two-shot body shot. So when there's a sniper that requires two shots to the body sometimes, but sometimes one, then it's so confusing that it's just not worth it. And she's just a worse Thatcher with her ability, which her ability is useful, but it's just not Thatcher ability. And she's got a good secondary, so I'll just put her in average. Yana and Oryx. Oryx is good, and so is Yana. Iana, whatever her name is. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I use both of them a lot, so I could have some bias. But Iana, she has amazing weapons. She's amazing at getting intel. Her ability is really good. She's got frag grenades. And Oryx has amazing weapons too. He's got a really good ability. He can climb through hatches and he can do all this shit. And so they're both really good. I'm going to put Yana like higher up in good, but I'm going to keep Oryx down at the bottom because he really could be put in average or lower, but I want to put him in good because I use him a lot and he, from my experience, is really good. Ace. I don't have him. I've heard a lot of good stuff about him, but I don't have him. Zero, probably top tier of bad as well. He's got a okay ability for gathering intel. It's really loud. It's not good with damage. It is really easily sightable. He has goodish guns, but when your ability is just basically useless, then yeah, there's no point. And then the better Twitch, Flores, and he's got an explosive drone. He's got pretty good assault rifles, if I'm being completely honest, and he's got decent secondaries, and he's got frag grenades. So top tier of good. This is my tier list. In super good, we got Ash, Fuse, Jaeger, Rook, Lion, and Jackal. And by the way, this is late 2022 tier list, okay? This is made in November. So, yeah. Then in good, we got Flores, Clash, um, Clash, Flores, Finca, who's there. Sophia. Fuck, dude, I forgot her name for a second, dude. Jesus Christ. Ella, Osa, Thunderbird, Bandit, Yana, Glaz, Smoke, Thatcher, Kavera, Vigil, Kabitao, Maverick, Mozzie, and Oryx. Those are the good tier. Then we got average tier. Cade, Buck, Buck, Oh my god, I think I said that right. I don't fucking remember, dude. I can't tell. Lesion, Nomad, Blitz, Capcan, Ying, Mute, Thatcher, Sledge, Thermite, Nook, Warden, and Callie. Then in bad tier, we got Zero, Gridlock, uh, the Zura, Goyo, Al, just yeah, Habana. Fuck, dude, I'm forgetting names now. Jesus Christ, my brain is mush now, dude. Frost, Castle, Doc, Montang, Blackbeard, Twitch, Valkyrie, and Dokkaebi. Then in Horrible, we got Womai, Alibi, I don't fucking remember his name. Echo, IQ, Pulse, Mira, Thorn. I don't remember the except for Ace. Then we got these two, who I don't remember the names of. So yeah, that is my tier list. I hope you guys liked it. Like and subscribe. Watch the first part as well, and just go check out the rest of my channel and have a good day. Love you guys. Bye.